We would love to know from you what you remember from your father's creation of that sculpture. Our understanding is that really it was the first big public commission of that kind, and it spurred many explorations after that.
Yes, well, as I understand, and of course later I worked with Harry, but this was early 60s that he was already making maquettes or small desktop models of welded forms.
Sure.
Very inspired by, let's say we see these mushrooms in the woods and different undulating forms.
Yeah. It's always reminded me of a mushroom.
Yes, yes, right. So he developed that technique, which we saw in the studio, the pipes, the copper
Sure.
pipes that he would bend into shape and develop these beautiful contours, all welded by bronze in between the pipes. Very strong and very large, actually, up to maybe 15 or 16 feet.
Yeah.
And it was really from that time that he worked with the architects in Philadelphia, specifically the Civic Center,
Right.
where initially he had the idea of letting the water flow from center on out.
Right. And you can see it's built that way.
Yes, okay, but the architects were saying, well, in this case, let's have the water flow inward, which of course he agreed with. And
My understanding was that he did not like that.
Right. That's right. There was a disagreement at that point. But they transported this huge thing, not by helicopter as they were thinking of, but by truck all the way down to Philadelphia, placed it there in the pool of water, and had the water flowing. And of course, as we saw, forgot to turn off the water in wintertime, became a giant iceberg.
Gosh.
And the tonnage of ice did not ruin the sculpture. It was very strong, durable, a very universal language.
How long did it take for him to make that sculpture, the free interpretation of plant forms? Can you estimate, or do you remember?
Yeah, I wasn't really working with Harry at that time. I worked with him later in the 70s. But knowing of another project similar, it actually took him a year of forming and welding, and he said after the year, that's enough of that, let's move on. Harry, of course, being inspired by nature and influenced by nature and all the forms, made these sculptures small scale, of course, creative size, we say, and scaling up for purpose of, let's say, the architects wanted a large outdoor piece, and then Harry would scale up, not necessarily for saying, oh, this belongs in the city, but simply saying we're taking a part of nature, whether it's plant-like or some other form, placing it there in the city so that people can still relate to nature. A metal form, and even picking up colors. We might have green, blues, different colors. Amazing how Harry would put the energy in from nature and that we receive it out. At Woodmere landscape is ideal.
It's fascinating.